image I wish to be.
Reading. Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood lived in the forest. Her father was a woodcutter. Every day he cut and chopped wood in the forest. One morning, Red Riding Hood's mother said to her, "Here is a cake and a bottle of fruit juice. Take them to grandmother, but don't talk to anyone on the way." Red Riding Hood put on her red cloak with a hood and set off through the forest. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. The forest was beautiful, and Red Riding Hood soon forgot her mother's words. She put down her basket and picked some pretty blue flowers. Just then, a wolf came along the path. He saw Red Riding Hood, and he stopped beside her. "Good morning, my dear. Where are you going today?" he asked. "Oh, good morning," answered Red Riding Hood politely. "I'm going to my grandmother's house. She lives all alone at the edge of the wood. I am picking these flowers for her." "You are a kind girl," said the wolf in a friendly voice. "Look, there are some lovely yellow flowers over there." "Oh, yes," said Red Riding Hood. "Thank you." The wolf disappeared into the forest, and Red Riding Hood picked an enormous bunch of flowers. At last she came to her grandmother's house. She knocked on the door and went in. The curtains were closed, and at first she could see nothing. It was too dark. She felt a little scared, but she was a brave girl, and she did not run away. Then she saw grandmother sitting up in her bed. She was wearing her pretty pink shawl, and she had her big white nightcap on her head. But she looked very strange. Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, grandmother, you have enormous ears." "I can hear you with these ears," said her grandmother. Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, grandmother, you have enormous eyes." "I can see you with these eyes," said her grandmother. Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, grandmother, you have a huge nose." "I can smell you with this nose," said her grandmother, and her big nose twitched a little. Red Riding Hood said worriedly, "Oh, grandmother, you have lots of big, shiny white teeth." "I can eat you with these big, shiny white teeth," roared her grandmother, and she leapt out of the bed. It was the wolf. "Help!" screamed Red Riding Hood. Suddenly the door opened, and her father stood in the doorway with his sharp, heavy axe. At once the wolf jumped out of the window and ran away. He was not brave at all. A sound came from the cupboard. They opened the door, and there was grandmother. She was frightened, but safe, and they never saw the wolf again.